Good morning and welcome to our morning meditation. I hope you had a fabulous week and are going to have a wonderful weekend. I want to just remind you that you are welcome to join us every morning at 10 a.m. And invite your friends to join us, family and friends to join us whenever they can. There's been some question about these videos, whether you can watch them live or where. You can watch them live with us at 10 a.m. Monday through Friday, or you can also watch, after anytime, 24/7, via Facebook or YouTube. And I'll put the links in the description for the YouTube and for Facebook and YouTube as well. Anyway, as we get started today, I want to just let you know that we'll be focusing today on sitting in silence with a good friend of mine, the Reverend James Ford, who is a Zen master and Unitarian Universalist minister. So as we start, we'll begin with these words from Ralph Waldo Emerson. From Worship. Even the fury of material activity has some results friendly to moral health. The energetic action of the times develops individualism, and the religious appear isolated. I assume this is a step in the right direction. Heaven deals with us on no representative system. Souls are not saved in bundles. The Spirit saith to the man, "How is it with thee, thee personally? Is it well? Is it ill?" For a great nature, it has a happiness to escape a religious training. Religious of character is so apt to be invaded. Religion must always be a crab fruit. It cannot be grafted and kept in its wild beauty. I have seen, said the traveler, who had known the extremes of society. I have seen human nature in all its forms. It is everywhere the same, but the wilder it is, the more virtuous. In many traditions, it is believed that if you speak out loud your wish of goodwill, it offers that wish strength and power, and it sends it out into the universe as an offering. Today, I would like to offer up our Unitarian Universalist ministers. I'm doing this in honor of the Reverend James Ford and others who will be helping me in the weeks to come by offering meditation practices, their spiritual practices up to us on Friday mornings. And so I want to offer up our Unitarian Universalist ministers who are serving churches and communities around the world. And during this time of COVID, many of us are struggling with new processes, new ways of doing things in church and interacting. And some of us are completely out of our sorts. But we have faith in the divine, in our communities, and in each other, that we can come together. And many of our skill sets are feeling really stretched. So I invite you to support your minister, your mentor, your friend, your colleague, as we look towards our Unitarian Universalist ministers for health and welcome and spiritual growth during this time when we're really looking at a time when we really do need to be even largerly inclusive than what we've been in the past. So now that's my offering for today. I invite you to speak peace and love into the world by speaking of those who you hold in your heart as we send positive energy into the world. Simply speak the name of the person you would like to hold in your heart at this time. Speak it out loud in the space you're in, or enter it into the comments for our community below. We speak of that which we carry in our hearts as a sign that we care for the interdependent world around us. We recognize that we are a global community and that we offer things to each other and in the name of each other every day. I now bind not only that which has been said out loud, but that which is also held in the hearts of us as individuals with the love and the strength of this community. So now, I invite you to readjust your body. If you are able to, take a moment to turn your chair or position yourself to face a window or other light source. We're going to be looking at Zen Buddhism and sitting. So if you can find a place maybe that's more comfortable than a chair, sitting on the floor, on a couch, on your bed maybe, nice soft cushy space. So take a second to move yourself around as we're doing this, starting to prepare for this meditation. And as always, I really do believe that engaging your body is the first part of setting up time for meditation and space. So again, look for a space that's comfortable. As we did yesterday, we'll start with just a little stretching. So stretch out your body and let's raise our arms above us and just stretch out a little bit. Maybe lean to your right, come up and lean to your left. Feel your stretch. And drop your arms down. Take a nice deep breath in. Stretching out your chest, tightening up your shoulders. Roll your shoulders a little bit. Move your neck from side to side. Forward. Back. Position yourself so that your blood flows more freely and your body is more open. Get in a place that is really nice and comfortable for you to begin our meditation today. Today we'll be exploring Zen Buddhism and sitting with the Reverend James Ishmael Ford, and I'll attempt his name in his Japanese name, Zen no Mayun Osho. And just so you know, Osho is his title, Zeno is his family name, and Mayun is his given name. So a little bit of history about Mayun. Mayun danced with the Sufis, studied with the Gnostics, lived in a Buddhist monastery, and was ordained a Zen priest, and has walked the spiritual life of this path for more than 50 years. He was ordained a Soto Zen Buddhist priest in 1969, studying at temples in San Francisco and Oakland, and then at Shasta Abbey in Mount Shasta, California. He received Dharma transmission from Roshi Hun-ji Kent in 1971, and he also spent many years studying with Harada Yasukuni Koen teacher John Tarrant. And in 2005, received Inka Shomi from him together and teaching and with the teaching title of Roshi. Mayun, as he prefers to be called, is a member of both Soto Zen Buddhist Association in North America and the American Zen Teachers Association. Mayun also blogs as Monkey Mind and is the author of several books on the aspects of Zen life. His most recent introduction to Zen koans, Learning the Language of Dragons. He is also a Unitarian Universalist minister And James, as he is known in most of those circles, served as a UU minister for 25 years in a parish setting. He's minister emeritus of the First Unitarian Church of Providence. And today he serves as the consulting minister with the Unitarian Universalist Church in Anaheim. He's an adjunct professor at the University of the West. James has reflected on and written books about spirituality, and at the same time has worked in the trenches for social justice. He was the co-founder of Boundless Way Zen Network and was its first school abbot. And today he is a guiding teacher of the EmptyMoonZenNetwork and leads the Anaheim Zen Sangha. He lives with his spouse, Jane Seymour Ford, in Long Beach. And he's a wonderful, really giving person, and I just thank him for offering us up this today. So as we begin together, we'll begin by breathing. I do want to let you know that James or Mayum will do a introduction for us, and then we'll be sitting for a few minutes. Normally when we sit in silence, and I invite you to do that during our meditation times, I do about a minute, maybe two, depending on how I feel that morning. But we're going to take a good 5 minutes or so. So I want to get you to just have some time to, after you listen to Mayun's instructions and his interpretation and explanation, to just take some time to relax into the space. So for some of us, 5 minutes will be a long time. But for others, it's just the start, right? It's just a time to really begin together. So let us begin by breathing together. We'll take a few deep breaths to oxygenate ourselves as we start. So we'll breathe in deep through your nose. Hold it. And exhale. Nice deep breath in. Exhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale.
I'm James Ford, speaking from our Empty Moon Zen Collaborative. Today, I'm going to try and give you Zen in 5 minutes. Let's see. The poet and traveler of our intimate way, Jane Hirschfeld, summarizes Zen with 3 principles. Everything is connected. Everything changes. Pay attention. The word Zen actually means meditation. That's where we get the pay attention part. Meditation is a word that can mean almost anything that you can do with your head. Zen's meditation is sometimes called shikantaza, a Japanese word that means just sitting. Zen meditation is most commonly practiced sitting, either on a small pillow on the ground or in a chair. Most Zen practitioners try to sit. Sit is a popular word for Zen meditation for at least half an hour a day. Many sit an hour or more a day. Zen practitioners are also encouraged to attend meditation retreats as often as is reasonable given their life circumstances. These range from half a day to 3 days to 5 days to 7 days. There's another type of retreat that lasts 90 or 100 days. Other things happen during a retreat, but most of all, it is sitting meditation. Now, many teachers of the Zen way rush in to say that half hour a day, more or less, is the key of the practice. The word Zen implies some other things beyond meditation. Even as Zen meditation is an invitation into intimacy with the world, that invitation is not dependent upon formal meditation time or posture. By simply bringing ourselves to the present moment, Zen invites ever deeper encounters. These encounters shake loose our certainties about ourselves and the world. Zen people like that bumper sticker that goes, sorry, like that bumper sticker that goes, question authority. But the inside joke is how the most dangerous authority lies between our ears. Zen's way calls for great doubt, something near unique among spiritual traditions. Zen is a deep questioning. For many Zen teachers, that other bumper sticker wisdom, don't believe everything you think, should actually read, don't believe anything you think. All knowledge is provisional. Our senses mislead us, and our brains are never reliable. Zen becomes an invitation into a place of not knowing. From one angle, a great Zen teacher described it as achieving a beginner's mind. Probably not a lot different than Jesus' call to become like little children. Another Zen sage said of this state that not knowing is most intimate. This intimacy opens to a great awakening. Zen teaches how if we open our hearts and minds, wonders await. This way also calls for great energy. That is, it invites us into a regular and disciplined practice, one that includes meditation, as I mentioned, but also calls us to a consciously harmonious life with both our inner worlds and the world all around us. Zen arises as a distinctive way in early medieval China. One wag suggested that Indian Buddhism arrived in China, had an affair with the Chinese indigenous religion Taoism, and their love child is Zen. On the one hand, it is clearly a school within Buddhism devoted to meditation, but Zen's wisdom is not bound by any school or religion. With that, we return to Jane Hirschfield's two other principles: everything is connected and everything changes. Part of the wisdom of the Zen way is how we exist for a moment within the flow of things. That moment is precious and lovely, but passing as the morning dew. And here's another deal from Zen. Time itself is something of a construct of the human mind. So, while it is true within this world we are born and we will die, as all things do, there is another sense in which all things that have come into being are forever. Now, the boundaries we experience are useful and often really necessary, but they are constructs. In fact, everything is wildly open and unlimited. And this isn't a philosophical thing. According to Zen's teachings, it is something we can touch with our human minds, our human hearts. As we see everything connecting and everything passing, we come to a place some call the wise heart. The wise heart's actually a Western term. It occurs about 10 times in the Bible. But it works as a pretty good placeholder for the awakened wisdom of the Zen way. Zen also has a tradition of spiritual direction. Zen teachers are most often Buddhist monks, nuns, or priests. They can be lay people as well. And in the West, more and more Zen teachers are lay people, householders. And sometimes they're not Buddhists. Christians and Jews and other spiritually fluid people find themselves apprenticed to Zen masters, and sometimes, much to their and other people's surprise, become masters of the intimate way themselves. In short, Zen is one surprise after another.
May we say together, blessed be. I want to thank you all for being here today. Really want to thank James Mayun for helping us learn a little bit more about Zen, and hopefully you will engage in this practice in your daily life of just sitting. Um, and so as we go forward, I invite you to do that today. Sit a little more. Um, Maybe over this weekend, take a few minutes to carve out some time and just sit with yourself in silence and in meditation. I invite you, as always, to invite anyone you think would be interested in these practices. Um, to also let me know if you have an intention that you would like to offer, if there's anyone that you would like me to recognize during our intention time, and if you have any spiritual practice you would like to see engaged. I'm always open to learning new things. So as we close our time together, may we say that we believe in something that is greater than us and connects us. Send peace into the world. Recognize that the divine is all around us, deep within every single one of us, within you and within me. And bless each other and the world by saying together, Amen, Amin, Shalom, Salam, Namaste, and blessed be.